they got going on?
So for a long time now, Nicki Minaj has been looking crazy to me.
Facts.
Going because I think so. Here's the thing. I think Nicki Minaj is fighting a different fight. You know, she's been very vocal for the past. You know, I want to say about maybe 10 years about how the industry is like conspiring against her. I don't want to say that I don't believe that that's what's happening, because you know, you just kind of have to take her word for it. I mean, she was the only woman for a long time that was really dominating hip hop, and then you know, a lot of people came up under her, and you know, I just think. I think, you know, for a long time I have kind of been on the, I don't want to say the hate Nicki train, but just just on the side of like, I'm not understanding, because I do get where she's saying that for a while the music industry has been conspiring against her. I just don't understand her angle of trying to shit on every rap woman that comes up after her. I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
This goes back to 2017, man. I remember when Everyday Struggle started.
Yep.
And that narrative, the Motorsport song came out, Cardi B and Nicki on the same song. They were both dissing each other on their verses, and it was so weird because Nicki rapped after Cardi rapped before her, and Cardi responded to Nicki's verse, but Cardi's verse came before Nicki's.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's weird.
That's kind of
so. That's where the Nicki and Cardi beef started, back in 2017, and then ever since then, man, every rap woman that's come in, Nicki has just had some type of issue. And you know, y'all know how I feel in the group chat. You know, I had texted that, you know, Nicki and Meg, Nicki and Lotto, Nicki and I don't know who. It's just Nicki and everybody. Nicki versus who, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's almost like she's trying to, I don't know. Like it's like there's alliances now. There's like alliances within the women in hip hop, and I hate it because hip hop is already male dominant. It's male dominant to begin with.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you're doing that, like, you know, Queen Latifah used to talk about like unity and stuff like that.
U.N.I.T.Y.
Yeah, unity, and Nicki for a long time was along with that too. And you know, it's kind of funny how, you know, we always say history repeats itself, because you know. When Nicki first came in, her and Kim had an issue. Her and Lil Kim had an issue.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, her and Lil Kim had an issue, and I remember when Nicki did that press conference and, you know, was shitting on Kim, and I think Kim was saying that Nicki was like shooting at her in verses, like doing subliminals here and there, and it was a whole thing of, you know, the OG is hating on the youngin' that's coming up.
Yeah.
And Nicki is now literally doing the same thing. She's literally doing the same thing. So yeah, her and Meg Thee Stallion, she dropped, you know, and it's crazy too. I didn't think that Meg was going to take this angle. I didn't think she was going to take this angle after.
I didn't either.
After the whole Tory Lanez situation, she's just been kind of like firing off at everybody. Like I can't even remember the name of the first record that she dropped. It was something else with a snake. It was the one before Hiss.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
She was dissing, you know, partying that. She was like responding to all the people with the Tory Lanez stuff. So I think it's kind of weird that she's taking this angle, but I guess it's good though. I guess it's good because,
man, she firing at everybody.
Yeah,
like anybody that said anything about it, she firing at them. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy because I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I like this song, but I be feeling like Nicki is too old to be trying to do what she's doing. Like if I'm 40, 50, somebody dissing me, I'm a diss them back. But I feel like Nicki be like, I don't know, man. Like,
this little exchange here only showed me that Nicki has some real internal issues.
That's what I'm saying.
That she needs to sort through and she needs to deal with. And I don't know if she's maybe going through a difficult time in her life. I don't know. I feel like with the industry thing, like how she's saying that the industry is against her, I mean, I've known for a long time why Nicki Minaj is upset. She is from a different cloth. She's a woman who writes her own music. She's a creative. She started from nothing, you know, and I feel like a lot of the women in hip hop today, there are a lot of women in hip hop today that are being manufactured.
Yeah.
And that's been the argument about Cardi for a long time, you know, of course, because Cardi has writers. Now, I'm not saying that Cardi was manufactured. I'm not saying that any of these people are manufactured. I'm saying these are the conversations that are happening. When Nicki had her little issue with Lotto. Lotto had, I don't know if you remember, but Lotto had all of those reference tracks released. It was like 1,000 reference tracks that released, like that were sent to her, and that was, you know, the back and forth that Nicki and Lotto had. That was one of the reasons why I think Nicki was kind of upset at that, and I think Nicki is mad that a lot of these women in rap are having writers and they're being given records and all these things are just being handed to them. And Nicki kind of had to rap. Like Nicki came in an era where she actually had to rap. She had to rap. She had to make the music. She had to dominate radio. And, you know, she did all these things for so long that she was, for a long time, the only woman.
2010 to about 2020, but in between that, I think it was like at the BET Awards, she won like best female rapper like 7-8 times.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. So I think what I think it is she feels like it's rappers, like female rappers getting help and then they're getting the accolades and she's writing and not getting it. So she almost feels like they're like it's an industry game or something, and she don't. And like, she's like, why am I not getting the accolades but I write? And they're getting them and they don't write.
Yeah.
And or they getting help or whatever. But it's like, you know that's been happening in hip hop for a while. You know, it's like mainstream, underground, whatever you want to call it, in the middle, whatever. That's been happening. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you just in it for the art, I mean, it'll matter, but not really.
But that's why I say like her fight is different. I think she's going at Meg Thee Stallion because she probably just doesn't like her. But I also think it's bigger than that. It's like I am the queen. Like y'all, I'm the blueprint. Like y'all are here because of me. Like, and if I'm in the studio and I'm creating and I'm writing and I'm doing all these things and the Grammys are snubbing me, because I don't think Nicki's been snubbed every single year.
Don't have a Grammy.
He's been snubbed. Yeah, she's been snubbed every single year. Man. And I think early on, you know, she signed to Cash Money. I've always heard that Nicki had, you know, a great deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it became a thing where, you know, she became too powerful, and even her fan base, like her barbs. You know what I'm saying? That even they're toxic. Like that, she's shown that having like a rat, like she has a rabid fan base. Like they're crazy. And so I think Nicki early on, like she probably made a lot of industry people mad. She probably did a lot of things that people didn't like. And now I just think, you know, you have, from what she is saying that some of these artists, like I'll take Cardi B for example. She is saying that they brought Cardi B in with the purpose of removing Nicki Minaj to get her out of here. It's time for her to go. We need the next one.